But if they just prioritize on cross-mapping, avoiding some of the dangerous 2 versus 2s, like I can see how a Corki Blitzcrank could be dangerous very early on into the game. And Labrov...
Canna's on his own.
He didn't get level 3 from that, by the way. With the little yoink, Yike has to sap some experience from bot wave. Just worth the mention here is we know Ksante is going to be stronger. We know that Rumble ain't going to like this too much as the poke already starts coming through, zapping him down. SkewMond takes an unnecessary turret shot, but still no ramp up just yet. The dive begins, the rocket fizz in the air, the roots are down. It's tanked up by Labrov. He'll end up sending the hook, but first blood goes to Canna first.
But that's a disaster. Labrov ends up taking the kill off the back of it. Canna should just...
My concern with these comps is while they do have great scaling angles, because of course double AD carry, 3 item spikes, like it can do monstrous amounts.
Not been to an international since 2021. I mean, how do you not talk about them? Here for KC, putting up a good argument, at least in this first game. Second game's not too bad either, as, well, there's an option here onto Vladi. Caps has lethal tempo, flash, ulti, 1 auto away, you think, as Yike has drifted in, okay. I wonder if you know Tokyo, as Yike is going to get pulled back in. The ulti in reverse under Labrov, and here's Targamas. Pulverize him, take another one, my friend. See how it feels. Yike starts battering up. Yes, Targamas died, but I think KC were just making fun of them in that play. A bit short. But of course, at half HP now makes it a bit difficult. KC is still on the dragon here, but there is a health disadvantage, and G2 won in.
Canna has TP though.
And the arrow sets it up quite nicely. G2 don't have an impale to work against, but the damage is there. Labrov hit the fate sealed onto 1 is enough. Layering down with the hot pot, and Canna lets them know. G2 on the retreat. The dragon now for free, and as Yike picks up that kill, Canna is getting it wild growth. He gets sent into the air, and Caps now firing on top of the top lane, who flashes away. SkewMond trying to zone and get something out of it, because G2 desperately want a piece of the pie.
The dragon getting to about 50% HP. SkewMond confident with his HP, steps aggressively.
Doesn't have a smite until about now, by the way, but it's too late. He won't go in. And the disadvantage from Yike is there as Caps almost popped himself. G2 have to be careful.
Forces Hans Summer to back off. The flash comes through, and it's just a nice collapses the engage.
Again, and remember, again, the follow-up we just talked about. Yike doesn't find anything, though, and now Targamas is in fog of war, but that ain't a good thing. Canna gets poked out by Caps, and Targamas is just going to die after the unbreakable will. Another kill over to G2. Target dies to Caps, and now top lane is a threat. Boy, he got him. Yoink! Just like a coin machine, except you actually got something. Broken blade breaks the machine in the end, and as Canna dies, it's Yike left alone under this turret. 4 members with the wild growth underneath, the Stranglethorns rather, and Yike wants to drift his way out, at least get a Heartsteel stack. The hook's going to miss. He's still buying time. However, he can survive. Yike with the ulti, that would be interesting, but the turret is about to die anyway. Heartsteel's all you can get, and the turret drops. So does he. G2 back in the game.
G2 had the TP advantage.
Maybe still staying River. Labrov misses the hook there at 5k. The dragon is still a ruse, still a bait. Caliste now with the ulti up, and with the equalizer too. G2 have to get away from the hot waters. Yike tries to run him around as the arrow zones out SkewMond. They go for the flip, they go for the take, and they find it. KC are now on soul point. G2 once again walking away like the John Travolta meme.
With the position that they have and the HP advantage, they can set the sights on the mid-tier 1, and I don't think KC can do much to respond. Pings are coming down onto the side lanes as Canna quickly tries to go bot to push that one out. He's indecisive though, because he recognizes that G2's...
These places are so difficult, and it's why we're seeing it's Caps who's now on the side lane.
Yeah, who all-ins, wants to reset as well. The damage is big. Ulti's away. Vladi might be in trouble, but the Q dodge, the ulti dodge. Caps rocket jumps out TPs to bring the play into fruition as Canna just ult him down, but he has to flash in and burn him right into the ground. A shutdown is big as Broken Blade is now caught between 4 members, autoing attack him down, slowing and slowing and slowing. That's what the Ashe does best. But G2, as they kite back, now have an Artican to think about, have the rest of the map to consider. The play works out, and KC at least taking Caps.
They're in the river first. G2 have to try and retake, but Vladi TP'ing in, and that's a dangerous TP spot.
I'm looking at items, by the way. Caps coming in with an Infinity Edge. Labrov hooks in the Scorpion. The engage is there, but the impale on the hot coals. Vladi jumps in and makes it so easy. As right as rain, no. As fiery as hell for G2 as they lose Labrov. KC with 5 members, low health bars, but the dragon's still on their mind.
Broken Blade is low, and he doesn't have TP to get back into the fight.
So
he's looking for a flank.
Look at Vladi onto Hans. I'm almost popped in an instant. Canna is going to zone them off. An Infernal Soul. If you're thinking about the fiery belows, KC have just made it so.
It's a fiery bellow. Fantastic series thus far. And a lot of people are looking at G2 saying, hey, they own the longest title record at 6. But it was with Yike that they got it. So Yike battling to take that record.
They've just picked up Artican. There's a TP being burnt. It's a double. But Yike, while he's under threat, remember, he can ulti out, he can die, and he'll still come back to life, but he wants to trade in the meantime. Onto Caps, Infernal Soul makes it strong, he gets out, I think that was a bit of a buffer, goes back and almost takes them down. G2 had to play hard and fast for that rule as SkewMond died on the other side of the map.
End up getting the flash out from Vladi, but as you're right,
which was crucial there because he doesn't have the TP. Now he's got both Broken Blade and Caps in base. And KC have started up this Baron.
The only difference is not many ults available, but they can still turn and burn with their damage. And quite literally, Hansama's scared to walk in, even with summoners available.
I mean, what does Labrov do here? Like, Targamas
question.
is just zoning him away from the objective.
It's gone.
That is an easy pickup, and KC with firm control over game 2, looking to put themselves on match point. 26 minutes in, and earlier we talked about how it felt like the flow of the game was in KC's control. Well, now they've got a tight grip as G2 fighting back.
But the setup's in a really good area. The wild growth is there. Hansama might be able to do some damage, but Targamas isn't dying yet. Yike went a bit deep here, and I think the Ksante drew him in, so now he just has to die. He'll withdraw, but Hansama cannot. He'll flash, and he might die. Labrov under turret. He's dead. There's no second chances as KC run another into the ground.
Caliste is moving straight towards that bot lane tier 2. Vladi just pushing in mid. But KC, they end up trading 1-for-1. Caps goes in.
He does go in onto Caliste. Caps definitely goes in, but he will not be going out. These are real death as Caps is down for 45 seconds.
There's a TP from
But KC, 10 seconds till the Elder spawns. They still have the river to themselves.
They don't really have a great engage though. Targamas needs to go for the flash pulverize if he wants to set it up, but Vladi now in mid.
And they're on the wrong side as well. Broken Blade already chunked to half HP. Yike zones him off. Targamas jumps on in. He'll be hooked in, but the Unbreakable Will makes it hard as the Equalizer is down as well. G2 running for their dear lives, which they'll have none of as Caliste takes one away. Hansama in the ground again. And G2 still being slowed. KC have every single tool in their arsenal to make sure that they go nowhere. G2 are hyped as the favorites, but KC throw that out the door.
KC just shepherd G2 to their deaths. The TP in from Caps to try and make magic happen.
But into Targamas, he's got to get a reset. He at least finds that. Yike is the next target. His old jungle friend as Broken Blade is separated from his mid laner. Vladi gets ulted out. It's a Broken Blade ult that does a lot of work itself, and Vladi needs to heal up and does so now while the rest of the fight is going too well for KC. It's just gold at this point for the blue wall.
G2 are throwing their bodies into that blue wall, hoping against hope that something will change, but that change is KC looking to go 2-0 against G2 in the LEC.
Caps is going to die here as well. There's an L to execute. Vladi gets so close, takes him down. This is unbelievable.
2-0. And I mean, G2 now need to start thinking about game 3, because to turn this game around is going to be, I mean, nearly impossible.
Does feel like it, doesn't it? Every single response of a hook never goes well. I think we talked about it a bit in
Here, KC know that they just want to use this Baron to the last remnants of the Elder Dragon to crack open the base.
And they'll do it with ease, won't they? It's almost an 11k gold lead. This game still feels like it's in the bin. For G2, they'll poke out as best they can, but look at the top wave being shepherded in by Canna, the level 16 Rumble, who obliterated the lane thanks to the swap, and he's never let go of that grip on Broken Blade's neck.
The siege coming into the top tier 3 tower. Few defenses remain as the base falls apart.
Arrow's blocked, but Broken Blade still gets chunked. Elder's down in 5 seconds. Vladi tries to jump in and get an execute, however quick it may have been, but denied. Elder's now gone, but Baron's still there. The damage on the Nexus turret is real.
Here comes the Rumble ult.
Equalizer is beautiful. Korean Rumble feels just like Korean Aatrox to G2. The fate sealed from Vladi as he pulls out yet another Theos ultimate. Vladi on a killing spree. KC on a tear. And all I can ask Europe right now as they kill and take away the champions of old is, are you feeling blue?
Look at the excitement on the face of Yike as he goes 2-0 up against his former team. KC are riding the wave right now as they put themselves on match point.
Shots are standing by with Carmine to feel the energy of France and the KC fan base.
Yes, absolutely.